You know, I used to be the original co-host of Heavy Muscle Radio. Me, John Romano. Then Aceto comes along. And you know what happened? So, where's Aceto? You see him here? Anywhere? Aceto? No.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution. And we're back for another installment of Heavy Muscle Radio. I'm Dave Palumbo, and we are here live, and I am with John Romano today, which is a great surprise. And Chris Aceto is, you know what, he got dragged camping, John. You know how that is when you have no choice but to go camping?
Oh, so I mean, it wasn't a bunch of dudes dressed up like showgirls in the woods.
No, it wasn't like Brokeback Mountain. This is
no, it wasn't that.
But my father,
he got dragged into going camping.
Yes,
he's not drag camping.
No, he's like
difference. Those of
he's
you
like my father. It's like I wanted to go camping as a kid so badly. You know what my father told me? He goes, "Go in the backyard with your sleeping bag." He said, "My father would want no part of camping, fishing." Meanwhile, I know your father had you guys living in the wilderness.
Yeah, he was the opposite. Yeah, no, but who wanted to sleep in the tent? You know, so it's like you got to do a test run. Well, so you're begging to sleep in the tent, right? Yeah, so he goes, go put it in the backyard. Good, sleep in the tent. If you make it in the backyard, then we'll talk. You know, but I pitched the tent in the backyard. I lasted about an hour. I was in the house. That was 7, but I mean, you know, still it was the effort. Right, you want to go camping until it gets dark.
Yeah, that nowadays I have neighbors and stuff like that. And they're like, "Oh, we go camping." I'm like, "You go camping? You're like 50 years old." But they have like RVs. The RVs are like,
that's not camping.
They're higher. They have more modern conveniences, like the hotel room. I'm like, that's not camping,
dude. There's a state park here. We go a couple times, you know, here and there to spend you go actually camp, you know,
right.
But they have these little cabins where you can, or they have camping sites, like if you have a tent or an RV. So we're staying there. We're taking a walk around the loop, you know, around the campground that goes around the lake. And there's this motor coach, I guess they're called. It's got these things that slide out, you know, to make it bigger inside.
Yes,
and
I've seen those.
You look through the window, it's got this big bay window, this huge picture window with a giant 70-inch TV on the wall. And they're sitting on the couch with the feet up, you know, and there's air conditioning and watching the big screen TV, eating popcorn. That's not camping. Camping is when you need one hand to smack the bugs and the other hand to try to do shit with. Make a fire, you know, get water, cook something, you know, no light. You got to try to find everything with a fucking flashlight. That's camping, not a 53-foot motor coach with expandable walls, this granite bathroom tile countertop, and a 57 and a 70-inch plasma TV on the wall. It's not camping.
I never got to do it with my father would refuse to go. And Chris was trying to refuse to go, but I think if he wants to go to the Olympia this year, I think he didn't have a choice but to go camping.
He's got to score points.
Right, so he's going. He's off. He's off to the woods. Anyway,
right, well, he'll be back next week, and you guys will be rid of me. So
yeah.
Back to work.
So we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I'm trying to get Dave Pulcinella is supposed to join us, but he's having some. He's having a Jimmy the Bull. Actually, Jimmy the Bull is actually much more computer savvy than I think Dave Pulcinella is. But
oh, really?
Yeah, he's having trouble.
That means Dave Pulcinella doesn't even know where the on switch is.
Yeah. But you know, it's funny because I've had him on the show like multiple times before in the other show we used to do, and he never had a problem. So I don't know. All right, let's we're going to talk about a couple of different things today, but hold on. Let me see what I wanted to bring up first. Did you see this old footage that Sid put on RX Muscle of Ruly Winkler? Pull this up. You kind of.
And I
forgot what a freak he used to be.
And I've actually been paying attention lately.
This was the 2010 Australian Grand Prix prejudging.
Shit. That's why I always liked him from there, and then he went straight downhill.
Well, he was good for a while, but then he got old. We all get old. He's supposedly making a comeback.
Oh God, really?
Yeah,
that's going to be torture.
I don't know.
He was good there for a minute. He just never got totally shredded.
He was pretty shredded at one point. I think. Remember he had
1 or 2 good seasons, and then that was it.
He was right. I thought he was going to win the Olympia.
I did too at one point. He was amazing for just a minute there, but I don't know.
He was like a Marcus Rule,
Yeah.
I think is that your you have to
that's
feed
my
the
alarm.
dog.
Hang on,
John's dogs are so spoiled that he actually cooks them their own food,
so they're healthy.
So I take it. He's got to leave now. I got to carry the show myself because I don't have Dave Pulcinella here and I don't have John here. And John's cooking food for his dogs. When I wake up in the morning and my cats, I have 4 Siberian cats and they're ready to eat. I just pop a can open and I put the food on the wet food on a plate and they eat it. And that's the extent of what I have to cook. But I do a lot of research on what the best food for cats is because a lot of people don't realize that cats are carnivores. That means they have they're like, oh, you're back. Okay. Yeah. Cats are carnivores. And that means that they do not eat rice and potatoes and stuff like that. They don't eat that in the wild. They kill animals and they eat the flesh. And so a lot of cat foods, even the ones that profess to be really good, are loaded with carbs because it's cheaper to put carbs in there.
Right.
So I buy the cat foods that are just pure protein, pure animal products, and they do great on that. It's
well now dogs can eat carbs.
Yes, they can.
So I do vegetables, brown rice, meat, mostly meat. It's predominantly meat, and I ground up pumpkin seeds because that keeps them from getting worms. Believe it or not, that works really well.
Oh, it does.
Every time that anytime the dogs have had worms, we've given them diatomaceous earth and pumpkin seeds, and worms are gone.
Wow!
And even without the diatomaceous earth, just the pumpkin seeds keeps them from getting ground up into like powder.
I wonder what's the pumpkin seed powder that does that.
I don't know, man, but it works. They have and the vet is even like dumbfounded, never heard of it before because when we first got them, they had worms. And then we put them on pumpkin seeds, and worms were gone.
Isn't it amazing? You bought, and I know you bought these dogs from groomers, and you probably spent a lot of money on these dogs. How the heck can a professional breeder hand off puppies to someone with worms? I mean,
I don't think they had the worms when they were there. I think they got them when they got here, home, because their immune system isn't working yet, and their new environment or whatever. All the stuff that's in they outside, they're like digging in they got their noses in the grass, like in the stream bed and the grass, everywhere that you can possibly think, to find something. They're out there foraging, so they ingest all kinds of weird shit. So I don't think getting worms is too far of a stretch.
Yeah,
but no, it wasn't from the breeder. I don't want to say
it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Do you feed your someone's suggesting venison? Do you feed venison to your
sometimes I'd rotate whatever I can get, venison, pork, chicken,
I think venison is too low in fat, right?
I would mix the venison with beef or something, because of the fat. They got to have some fat, the dogs, and organs and bone. There's a whole list of shit they got to have.
They do well on, and like I said, cats do very well on a ketogenic diet because that's what they eat in nature. Now, what's interesting is I know John Nattyshak and I had this conversation. John Nattyshak, who's a great former bodybuilder, he's a head judge now.
A cop.
He used to feed his dogs, and he probably still feeds. I don't know if he has a new dog, and I haven't talked to him about this, but he told me that he used to feed them like whole chickens, like the whole thing.
The whole thing, they
would crunch the bones and everything.
Yeah. My mother-in-law's got this little dog that's I don't know what it is. We call it the torpedo. It's a little tiny guy.
Yeah.
It chases it down, kills and eats squirrels.
Wow.
You know how fast squirrels are?
I know, that's crazy.
It catches them, kills them, and eats them, and eats everything. Right, the head, the nose, the ears, the tail, the fur, everything. Eats it all. And the dog is like 3 pounds, this big. On top of her regular diet.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's insane.
Okay, you're gonna have to talk while I drain the rice.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Right back. Right. Give me 1 minute.
I look. You know, I was gonna bring up an interesting topic, but I'm gonna wait till John gets back, and because Nick Walker is looking like a crazy freak lately, and I'm gonna pull up some pictures of this guy. I don't know what was going on with him a couple years ago when he had that little hiccup in his career where he probably should have lost the New York Pro to Martin Fitzwater, and then he pulled out of the Olympia. And then obviously he had this great showing in Pittsburgh and placed second to Derek Lunsford. And then the week after at New York Pro, he decimated the lineup, won that, requalified for the Olympia. But he's putting up pictures now, and he looks so good and so freaky. Now, look, I know there's people out there that don't like his shape and structure, but I'm so glad that he just said F you to everyone and is not trying to play the I want to make my waist small game, and he's just coming in big and freaky because that's where he looks the best. So I'm going to pull up some pictures of him because I was looking at some pictures recently and I'm like, holy mackerel, this guy really, really is looking good. And I hope he just sticks to his guns on this and doesn't try to play, like I said, like try to bring in, I want to bring my waist down and all this. His waist is what his waist is. He's got to play to his strengths. I mean, look at this picture. That is just off the charts, I think, I think that he's exactly where he needs to be. Big, freaky, full, lean, vascular. I mean, I think we're a little under 8 weeks out from the Olympia right now. And this is a phenomenal look for Nick. And I think he has to come in as big as he can in this lineup if he wants to dominate. And I think he can do it. I really think he can do it. I want to get John's opinion. John, you're back. I was saying Nick Walker is just looking like a beast, like he did a couple years ago. This is a much better look for Nick than when he tried to play a couple of games of changing up the way he was looking. He brought his waist down, he said, and remember he dropped out of the Olympia last year. This is, I think, the look he needs to bring to the stage.
It would be great if, what are we, 8 weeks, 9 weeks out, 10 weeks?
8 weeks out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long time still for him. Look, these guys all do this. They post pictures just like this. They look amazing. And then you go to the Olympia and you're like, where's that guy? Where did he go? He doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Not that he doesn't show up, but that version doesn't show up. So
I think he's going to bring this version.
I hope he does, but they all do this. They post pictures 6, 7, 8 weeks out. They look amazing, especially in the kitchen under the skylight. And then they show up contest day and they're deflated, they're smooth, they're small. They don't look anything like these bro. We've talked about this all the time. I am convinced I will maintain this is the truth. It is the diuretics, because none of these guys in the last 20 years have pulled it out like they have in the 90s. None of them. So what were they doing then? They weren't not doing a tremendous amount of diuretics like they do now. And they do diuretics now as a matter of course, not because they need them or not. How can you know if you're going to need a diuretic if you start taking them 3 and 4 weeks out? It's ridiculous.
I don't think Nick Walker's taking diuretics 3 and 4 weeks.
I hope not, but he'll start at 2 weeks out or at least a week out. I mean, they all do.
Yeah, I don't think so. Look, I always say, and I tell people this all the time, and the reason I'm trying to get Dave Pulcinella. I don't know why Dave is having so much trouble getting on a link on this show. All you got to do, we have the easiest way to get on the TV show. You click on a link, it opens your browser up, and you're on the thing. And it's even easier if you do it on your phone. I don't know what the problem is. No, I think what happened. Look, there's no reason why you don't need it. You should be taking a diuretic the day before the show. That's it. If that. But I'm saying a half a diazide maybe the night before. I mean, there's really no, if you're taking diuretics more than one day before a show, then either you're not in shape or you're looking to sabotage yourself. I remember one of my clients asked me, he goes, what should I do with salt and water? Should I I said, nothing. I said, you're a week out. You look amazing. Don't do it. Don't change anything. Keep drinking and keep taking the same amount of salt. And why would you change anything right now when you look fucking great?
Right. I say that to them all the time. Don't do anything.
There he is.
Dude, I am the
Finally.
Wow, look at this. A
worst
miracle.
with technology. The worst ever.
You've been on the show a million times. How could you not
Dude,
know how to get on?
it was making me download Chrome for some reason, and then it needed
That's because you have Windows like 95 still on your computer.
Wait, no. Come on, dude.
You got to turn your phone sideways.
Turn your phone sideways.
Yeah, I got you.
You're not Jimmy. Only Jimmy the Bull can keep it that
I
way.
see people do that all the time. And I was like, turn your phone sideways, asshole. And now I'm an asshole.
How are you feeling?
Good to see you, John.
Good to see you, bro.
How are you feeling, Dave?
I'm absolutely better than I have in years.
Really?
I recommend dialysis to anyone.
Yeah, now,
whether you need it or not.
You can't throw that out and leave it there. For people who don't know what you've been up to lately, what happened? What's going on with the kidneys?
So around January, I just wasn't looking good, according to Bonnie. She just said, man, you just don't look right. You look really unhealthy. Your eyes look like you're dead. Like there's something dead about them. Right. So she forced me to go to the doctor. I wasn't going to go. She forced me to go. And the doctor did some tests, and immediately he said, you got to get to the ER and do not wait even one day. You've got to get on dialysis. My numbers were that bad.
Wow.
They were really bad.
Like, what was creatinine?
My creatinine was 10.
10? Holy mackerel.
I know.
What's normal?
Like
normal
1.2,
is
1.3?
less than 1.
No, 1.3 is 1.35 is normal. So 10 is out of control. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So what is it now on dialysis?
It's 4.
Oh, that's still high. So are you waiting for a
well,
kidney
it
transplant?
It came down from 10 to 4.
No, I know. But are you
I mean,
going
that's
to get
a
a kidney
huge
transplant?
difference. Yeah, so I'm trying to get on the list right now, and what I have to do is go through several tests to make sure that I'm a candidate. And then once I do all that, and that's coming up at the end of this month.
They want to make sure you're compliant.
No, I'm very compliant. They want to make sure that I have like cancer in my body anywhere, or anything that could just make me not a candidate for a.
That's what happened to Derek, Dave. Remember, he was
not compliant. Yeah.
No, yeah. They ended up. He was on candidate, and then they ended up finding that he had a tumor on his liver.
That's right.
Derek.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, we were pretty tight, him and I. Yeah, so is that what happened to him? Yeah, he was not compliant. I remember.
But he was not compliant also, John. Remember, he wouldn't. He was like he would be in the hospital, and he was like injecting synthol in his traps in the hospital. You know, he was, and they would.
Man, I do exactly what I'm supposed to.
I know. But let me ask you this question, okay? Do you need someone to come forth and maybe donate a kidney, or do you have someone in mind? What's going on?
Of course, I had 2 people say to me that they felt it in their heart that they wanted to do this for me, and even though we weren't like best friends or even acquaintances, one of them was just an ex-client, and and both of them ended up, I suppose, changing their minds, and then they just ghosted me.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a very big commitment to
it is, and if you change your mind, just tell me you changed your mind.
Right.
Don't just like run away.
You know what the weird thing is? I always thought it was a great love story. Don Long's wife donated a kidney to him, and isn't it? You know what the odds of her being a match for him were? It was like,
dude, it's really low.
Yeah, and they were. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Bo Basiden's wife donated a kidney to him too.
Who?
So, Bo Basiden. I don't know if you know Bo.
No, I don't know Bo.
You know, John, you know who he is. He came into the studio with Chris Cormier years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but the reason I'm asking that is that I want to just put it out there because I mean, I would consider, even though we don't talk all the time, I consider you a friend, and I don't think that you're a guy who's going to waste the kidney. You're going to use it for good, and you're going to like.
Oh no.
Responsible.
It'll be a new lease on life, David.
Yeah, we got. If anyone out there, wants to come forward and see if they're a match for Dave and want to donate a kidney, please, contact him, contact me, whatever. And
any fans of Raising the Bar feel compelled.
There you go. I was just talking about your series Raising the Bar the other day, and but before the tragedy, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I was talking about like people who did like really cool training videos. Like I had like my crazy training video reconstruction of a bodybuilder that was kind of like a science fiction movie / training video. And then you and your brother Mike did the Raising the Bar series, and I think there were 3 or 4 of them, right?
4, yeah, it's 4.
And if you haven't seen them,
solely about Go ahead.
they're on YouTube, right?
Now they are, yeah. They used to only be available by download, and then originally it was DVD. You had to buy the DVD.
Right.
But now he just decided to remaster them, take out all the copyrighted music, and replace it with it's not copyrighted music.
Your brother's a hard worker. I that must have taken forever to take all the music out of that.
Dude, he's a forever. But everything he's ever tackled in life, he tackles in that same exact manner, just fastidiously and detailed. And just till it's done, he's nothing but working on it.
You know what?
With these, man.
I gotta give your brother credit, John. I don't know if you remember. Remember when Kai Green was being trained by Oscar Arden, and they were doing the Olympia, and MHP, like Kai was working for MHP, and MHP hired Mike, his brother, Pulcinella, to go and film Kai, and Kai was in Vegas with Oscar, and they had like a suite, and Mike's job was to go and film Kai, for the thing, but Kai wouldn't come out of his room for like days, and so it was like Oscar and Mike in this like room, and then in the bedroom was Kai, and Mike. They would wait all day because they had to go to the gym, and they were waiting for Kai to go train. And I don't know what the fuck Kai was doing in the bedroom the whole time.
Dude, he made it so difficult.
Right?
He was resentful that the camera was there. He just didn't like it. From all accounts, he just didn't want Mike to be there, and he didn't really have a vision.
But he does like the camera, though. That's kind of strange, right?
Yeah,
well,
I think at that
all
point he was
day, and like Oscar was like his he was like Alfred the butler, like sneaking food into Kai in the room, and and Mike was like there'd be like a little cutaway of Mike trying to see Kai through the open door as they opened the door and brought the food in.
Look, I could be wrong about this, but I think that was at a point in time where Kai was very disillusioned with MHP and wasn't really happy with the arrangement, how things were going. And I think shortly after that, didn't he leave?
Yeah, I think they did break. I think he might have left and come back. I don't remember, but
he just was resenting everything at that point, I think.
Yeah.
And plus, he didn't have a vision of what Mike was trying to do until he saw it, and then he was like, "Oh shit, I get it now."
So
this is what he was trying to do.
I think they might have gone to the gym, John, and he filmed like Oscar training. Mike was desperate to get this video.
Dave.
Well, I don't know what you guys would expect. I mean, this, you're not talking about the most easy to deal with duo there, I mean, Oscar and Kai was an odd match up at the best. Okay.
Like Oscar was doing like
Oscar
meditation treatments on Kai and trying to get him to like.
You gotta give it. It was weird. I thought it was weird that Oscar would work out with Kai instead of just training him. Like that's a complete distraction as far as I'm concerned, isn't it?
Unless that's the way it worked.
And then he's getting injured. Remember, he tore his pec on doing incline. Yes. Kai had to deal with that. It's like just let him work out. Work out another time, man.
But I felt so bad for your brother because this poor guy he had to get footage. It was getting paid.
He had nothing.
So the whole he got nothing. So the whole thing was him like giving this like narrative of what's going on and why he couldn't get to Kai, and it was a disaster basically.
What ended up happening?
It was like in the movie Jaws when the shark wouldn't work for 3/4 of the movie, and when it finally did, they put it in at the very end.
That's right.
Pieced the movie around that, but he had nothing to work with.
You want to join us, Lee?
Something great out of it.
But all right, so so I was talking about it. Like I said, I love the Raising the Bar series because it was Mike's like real launch into his documentary series and he used you, his brother. I thought it was great. It was you weren't a pro or anything like that, but it was like the first real in-depth look at the life of a bodybuilder and what the sacrifices we make and what it takes to get to the stage and all the craziness and tanning and shaving and food. And I loved it. It was
relationship struggles.
Exactly.
Oh, out the wazoo in those movies. John, have you seen them? You need to see them, bro.
I have not.
You have not seen Raising the Bar?
Oh, I've seen a couple of them, yeah.
Sean Ray called me the other day, and he's like, how did I miss these? He goes, where was I when these were current? He goes, these are great.
He was too into Sean Ray. That's
Are you still doing them?
No, we did 4.
I thought he's doing a new one on you.
What? Have me with like wires sticking out of me?
Yeah, I heard. I thought that he was going to do. I thought he was going to do one on what you're going through with the kidney now.
Oh, I don't think so.
No,
I didn't. This is the first
good idea.
You should.
Yeah, good idea.
He did want to do a "Where Are They Now?"
I was in a couple. I was in a couple of the episodes because when my friend Anthony DeRezzo died. John,
yes, that's a great speech you gave, by the way. Yeah.
Your brother was there, and he actually filmed me right after my reaction to the whole thing.
Oh wow!
He was in the hallway when they brought him out on the stretcher.
Yeah,
he just happened to be there. It was so amazing how everything fell into place. He was right there when it happened. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God, Lee Priest is back.
Lee the Priest, man, Priest
back from the dead.
What's up, Lee?
Wow.
Not much.
That was a nice trip they took there in Europe.
What happened to you? We just went over Dave's whole kidney problem. What's going on with you now?
He doesn't have a kidney problem.
No, he has something going on.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I had my 5th eye operation a couple of weeks ago.
I know. So what's going on with that?
I don't know. I give up on that. I just don't give a shit.
Can you see? Are you able to see anything?
Yeah, you look good, Dave. I'm looking right at you. Right? No, that's okay. It's just that whole where the eyeball changes shape instead of trying to tighten it up. But no, I got away for a call today because I went and had my skin checked again. They cut out a few skin cancer things that they want to biopsy, so I should get the results from them today. But then there's just that sciatic problem for the last 6 months. I've been going to chiropractors, massage people, and oh my God, it's like
we're all falling apart. What's happened? Old age, man. You can't beat Father Time.
Yeah,
my eyeballs are the only thing that still works on me.
I'm the oldest here, and I'm
fine.
Trash.
Let me ask you a question,
John,
Dave.
right?
Dave, does your penis work still?
No.
Oh, it stopped working? You lost that one too?
Just a little piece of meat that just pees now.
pees a lot.
A lot.
Every 2 hours,
like
right? Throughout the night.
10 times in the middle of the night.
That's right.
But have you noticed?
While on dialysis, think about that. And that's while I'm on dialysis, which is also pulling fluid.
But have you noticed when that thing stops working, you're getting less trouble? So it's a godsend.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's amazing. 90% of my problems in life were caused by that little piece of meat.
I know, by women, right?
It's crazy. I'm kidding. It still works.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. If it doesn't work, you might as well just kill yourself, right?
Mine works when I don't want it to work. I still wake up with hard-ons, and I'll be watching TV, get a hard-on. Then when I want to go have sex, it fucking goes to sleep.
And Lee is all natural, probably too, and it still works. That's amazing.
Wow.
When the door opens, and a little breeze blows by. That's when mine wakes right up.
Don't mention doors to me. When they open, I like to slam it. I like to slam it in the door when they open.
Oh, who doesn't like that?
You've done all kinds of violent things to your piece.
I'm surprised it's still attached to me, John. You know
what? You're right, John. His penis has been through more torment than anyone else.
Brutal.
You know that
it's been through more trauma than the Gaza Strip right now, my penis. Okay?
Valentino's screensaver is Lee's the penis all bloodied and mangled. Like I don't
with a needle hanging out the side.
That's right. Man, drain it. Let me right, now that we've laughed a little bit, we have some terrible stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the people who was featured in your Raising the Bar movie was your girlfriend at the time. I think what was she 19 years old at the time?
Yes.
Hayley McNeff, and that was the first I'd ever seen her or been introduced to her. After that, obviously when she was competing, I met her, and she was hanging out with the RX Muscle group for a while, and she seemed like a really great person, from all the time I spent with her. And Why? By the way, why did you guys break up? Was there a reason?
So it was, I don't want to blame it on her age, but what we were trying to do within that relationship was something you can't do with someone who doesn't have a lot of relationship experience and can navigate relationships maturely and has a lot of, experience with it. We were trying to do, because she lived so far and she was so young, we were trying to have like kind of like an open relationship type thing.
That don't work.
And she immediately went out and copped feelings for somebody.
No.
And
so you blew it essentially because you wanted to have the open relationship and that backfired on you.
I didn't think I had a choice, man, because it was we wanted to be together. We certainly did. But how's it going to fucking... I was 43. She was 19. She's at college. She's in Boston at college. I mean, come on. If
She had homework,
if I didn't let her do it, it was going to happen anyway. I might as well just agree to it.
Right.
And then, she felt a certain way about that. I shouldn't be letting that happen. And then that backfired on me that way. And, it just caused the end, man.
I think it was 2010 where she won Team Universe, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Because I remember I interviewed her for that.
Yeah. And by the way, I saw the scene in Raising the Bar 3 where you tried to poach her from me.
I did as a client?
Yes, you 100% tried to poach her.
No, not me. I don't do that stuff.
All you need to be is a little harder. Just give me a call.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to poach her.
I'll bring you in. Now, if you were with me.
I didn't give her the, I am guru. I will bring you to
that sounded like a little George Farah-ish. Right.
That's
there,
why
right
I didn't do that. All right.
I saw it. It's on film. It's on film. You can't deny it.
All right. Well,
isn't that sad though when you say 2010? That seems like so long ago now.
So long
15 years ago.
It is.
Well, I just saw they put Jaws out the movie for
and they're adults now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, they just put Jaws out here on the big screen again for like the 50th anniversary. I'm like, God,
50th anniversary. I know.
50th anniversary.
I saw that when I was 7 years old. With my parents took me to the movie theater. Can you believe it?
You don't believe that,
7-year-old.
Dave? That would never happen now. You could never, ever take a child to something like that.
No,
you can now. I watched the movie the other day, and before it started, my eyes got tired of reading. This movie contains bad language, violence, sexual nude scenes, racist connotation, violence, this, that. It's like the whole screen was full of, before we just had R, M, PG. Now, flashing lights was one of them too. I'm thinking, I've got to have all these fucking warnings before I can watch a movie. Fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Sorry. So we all found out, unfortunately, the unfortunate news. Hayley died the other day.
She did.
The news came through. A lot of people were shocked. I know we posted some. We posted it on our Muscles Instagram. Dave, you were the one. I think you were the one who told me, and it was shocking because she's so young. She was only 37 years old, and TMZ picked it up. I don't know why every major news organization picked this story up, and I have to believe because she was a good-looking girl, and it made it that made the story that much more glamorous to them. But what happened? Do you have any insights? Were you talking to her still? What do you know?
I know what happened, but to be honest, the family really they don't want it all the way out there until everything's been investigated and everything is 100% sure. Which it's just not yet. But I do want to say this, Dave. I am really sick and tired of people getting on there and taking a look at one picture of her, right? They don't know who the fuck she is. They look at one picture and it's already, the steroids, they're dropping like flies. Oh, here's another one. Please try to tell me that wasn't steroids. So I'm here to tell you, dude, it had nothing, people, to do with steroids at all. Not even remotely related to steroids.
Yeah.
So that needs to stop.
Yeah, but the problem with that is everybody says when we say that, everybody responds like, whoa, what else are they going to say? They're not going to admit it was steroids.
That's exactly what they say. Yes.
Exactly. So it's you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
And I'm at a loss because I can't really tell them exactly what it was. And if I told them exactly what it would be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make that assumption. But you can't. So it's like they get it to walk away saying, I knew it. I knew it.
I will, however, wait, I got to say this, though. Bodybuilders, the ones that have been dying, and there's been quite a few lately, and all of them in our community are public figures. What happens to them is relevant to all of us because we are involved in this same sport, in the same community, and we are availed to the same substances, and we all use them. Some to great success, some not. If someone is using something or something else, but still a substance, but not a steroid, and something bad happens, I think it is incumbent upon members of the community to whom this happens to share this information with the rest of the community in the hopes of avoiding another catastrophe. But these families, no, we got to keep everything quiet. Don't say anything. Keep it all quiet. Who does that help? I just don't agree with that mindset.
Did she suffer from depression, Dave, or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, she had her demons, man. She really did. And she was even starting to struggle when we were together. According to her best friend and her mother, both of whom have spoken to me since she passed, they said that those 2 years that she was with me were the best she ever had as far as
stability,
just being in a good place. Yeah. And being able to just focus on something so positive and productive. And then when we broke up, it just declined over time.
Yeah. I got the sense that she was a little bit of a lost soul, in the sense that
she really was. She really was.
She was very smart. She was very intelligent. She's
brilliant, man. She could have done anything she wanted to in bodybuilding. She could have gone anywhere she wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She was good.
But her mind messed her up with that.
Yeah. We know a lot of people.
Sadly, bodybuilding is like when COVID was around. Car accident, COVID death. Bodybuilder died in a car accident, steroids.
Right. Steroids.
Right.
If you're shot in the drive-by, steroids.
It's always steroids. It's just always steroids. What else can you do? He's a bodybuilder.
Lee, did you get another tattoo on the other side of your head?
Where? This one?
Yeah. When did you get that?
I've had that for about 8 years. See, that's how long it's been since you've had me on the show, Dave.
I think he's losing his hair, John, and that's why we can see it better.
It's always been there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think.
Hey, look at this new one, Dave. I got a new one. Look.
It's new like 7 years ago.
Speaking of tattoos on the face, did you see that Jamie Foxx is in this new Mike Tyson movie? He looks exactly like him. And he has his voice down.
Yeah, he's good at voices.
You would not know the difference between the two of them.
Yeah.
Why? I can't even picture that.
Me neither.
Well, that's like when he played Ray Charles and that. Remember, he's good at like actually.
That was amazing.
People.
Yeah.
He gets their mannerisms, everything. So perfect.
It hasn't come out yet, but I saw like a reel that someone sent me. It was like him explaining the opening scene of the movie, doing the sound effects of the bag, hitting the bag, and he sounded exactly like him, and he even looked like him the way he kind of moved his face and stuff like that.
Yeah, he picks the mannerisms though.
He's going to get an Academy Award for this movie. I'm telling you.
If you want to be disappointed,
I gotta get a charger real quick. I'll be back.
All right.
If you want to be disappointed in a movie, look up some of the photos and the guy playing the new He-Man.
Who's playing him?
Oh, I can't even remember his name. Just Google it, and it has a photo of him with his shirt off. It's like, oh God, He-Man's meant to be this huge muscular guy. This looks like when he's Prince Adam, he looks the same with his shirt off as He-Man.
Who was that dude in Venice that played He-Man at Universal?
He doesn't look like He-Man. This guy doesn't look like He-Man at all.
How about that?
Oh, that's a girl.
That's
a girl.
Woman.
Sorry.
Lee, that is a woman. It's a biological.
That's what I couldn't understand. It's like, well, if you're a woman, why are you trying to do the beard and that? Is this just for attention? I don't get the.
It doesn't.
I see you commented on the picture. Yeah, you commented, Lee.
Yeah, because that's what I was asking. I'm like, because then someone goes, no, it is a woman. Then I'm like, okay, you're a woman competing in the women's. Then why are you got the beard and the mustache and that for? I don't understand.
Well, listen. If she's a woman who wants to be a man, she's actually competing in the right category because she's a biological woman, but she looks like a man. So
But her
I
body
mean,
doesn't. I mean, that's
but John,
what's weird.
if she competed in the men's division, would people be up in arms about the fact that she's competing with men, even though she's a woman, biologically?
No, really.
Yeah.
None of that makes any sense because it looks like an AI, like a Photoshop a head on a body. Because
no, that's really hard. Now, this is just.
I mean, if you look at that
Sorry.
body without the head, okay, that's a fairly decent female.
Roberto
figure,
Duran looks like,
whatever.
right?
Roberto Duran.
But then you got Roberto Duran's head on her shoulders. It's like, what the
I
hell?
thought Kenny
How does
Jones
that
was
make
making
any
a comeback.
sense?
It looks like Kenny Jones' body on Roberto Duran's head. Yeah.
No,
The
that
question
looks like
why
a
would she
decent
want to do
female
that, though?
physique,
What is the
figure
goal?
competitor,
I don't know. I don't know what the goal
So,
is. It's just
so what do you
to
think
get
about
attention.
that?
what
Let's say you're
is
a
the
woman.
goal there? What's the
Like, I
Let's
have
say
an
you're a
idea.
trans woman.
I'm
or
going to
trans
grow my
man,
hair out on my face and go out and compete as a woman, but I want to look like a man from the head up. I don't get the. I don't
It
get
makes no
Dave,
sense.
no, it makes sense. Listen,
It
she's
doesn't.
a woman, a biological female who would rather be a man. So she has so she's taking testosterone or whatever, but she knows she doesn't want to compete with the men because then it's like that whole you should compete with who you're biologically,
But
aligned with.
agreed. However, in all of those cases that you cite,
Yeah.
the dude or the girl, whatever, looks like butch. They look terrible. They look like a dude.
I know.
Okay.
So,
This physique looks decent as a female physique, whether figure or classic body, whatever. Then you stick Roberto Duran's head on her shoulders, and like, what point are you trying to make? What are you doing?
That's my question. What are you trying to?
But is she a lesbian or does she like women or men?
Now,
even
of
though
course,
she wants
Lee
to be
thinks
a
about
man?
who she wants to fuck. Like, who does she fuck?
I heard
I
that you're dating her on the side. Is that true?
I never understood why women who really don't like men in a lesbian relationship, one of them always tries to look like a man, and then two, it's like some of those butch ones hate men that much. I'm like, if you hate men that much, why are all your sex toys shaped like men's penises? It's like I said, my dad and his partner, they've been gay 40 years. I never once found the pocket pussy in my dad's side, just the drawers. Was it like my dad's partner's banging him in the ass and licking a pocket pussy? It's like they don't like pussies, so why do lesbians like cock-shaped dildos?
Well, but you're talking about the bull dyke butch ones, okay? Yeah. They purposely make themselves look less feminine, okay? So this dude over here is a woman from the neck down, obviously like a pretty as far as our sport goes, a pretty feminine looking physique. Why the dude head? Pick one and go which way or the other. It's like if you're gonna pick the dude head, do the dude body. If you're gonna pick the girl body, do the girl head. This makes no sense at all.
And John, you would think it makes perfect sense that it's going to ruin her chances of winning anything.
Yep.
That's my next question. My next question is
the chances of winning a show.
If she shaved and grew her hair out, she would have a chance. Now she looks like an absolute freak, and no one's going to reward a freak.
No.
Well, my next question is, will the judges mark her down because of this?
Yes,
I think so.
That's bad for the that is bad for the sport, right there.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Bad optics. Dave, you made the point a long time ago. Have a different division for these people. Yeah, then it's not a sideshow from a fucking circus.
Just have a freak division. Come in freaky. Come in how you want to be.
I think you could legitimately and respectfully have a trans division, trans men, trans women, whichever way you want to go. You could deal with it that way because there's only like 10 of them in the whole entire world. So. Yeah. Put them over there. Why you got to have this infiltrate our sport is fucking nuts. It makes
because right now
sense.
there is not a class for them. That's why. Because right now there's nowhere else for them to go.
Remember that one? What's the one from Brazil? What was he in when that guy had the long hair?
Oh, the men's wellness.
Yeah. That really took off.
Yeah, that took off.
I've seen that.
She's going to compete in the pro division, the women's physique pro division,
looking like that. If I was the promoter, I wouldn't let her compete until she shaved her beard off and put on a wig.
That might be illegal.
Why? Yeah, why not? I have a
Never
better
stopped
idea.
me
Why not
before.
shave the beard
Yeah.
and put on some makeup just for the show, and then you grow it back after the show's over?
I mean, if the point is
Because
winning
he's
the
trying to make a
show,
point. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, if you're competing to win,
right.
you would want to do everything possible to make sure you win, not purposely sabotage yourself to make sure you don't win.
No, because her body looks great, right?
It looks not bad for a female physique competitor.
It looks great.
But Robbie Duran's head on her shoulder, or Roberto Duran's head on her shoulder, it just makes no sense whatsoever.
Not that we can see now.
Did you find that new? Did you Google that new He-Man character?
I got to take it back. Look, I guess she's into girls too.
That's I don't get it. If you want to be a man, why do you want to be with a woman? If you feel like a man, you want to be a man, shouldn't you? Well, you got to be.
She must be a lesbian then, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's too confusing.
I'm very confused myself here.
What happens is this is so bizarre that it becomes interesting, and we have to talk about it.
Yes.
You know, it's so bizarre that we can't. It's like a traffic accident. You can't just go by without looking.
Next year she'll be pregnant, having a baby, and it'll be on the news again.
And the baby will be born with a beard.
Hold on, where's the new He-Man guy? Hold on.
Yeah, look at him. I forget his name. You know him. He's been in shows, but he's not.
Oh, Nicholas something.
I thought Dolph Lundgren was sort of not big enough, and this guy is like half the size. It's not even Dolph size. This guy. There's a picture holding the sword in his arm.
This guy here.
Who used to play him at Universal Studios in LA? He used to be in the gym all the time.
He used to go to Gold's, didn't he? He used to go.
He went to Gold's all the time. It was a regular.
I think if you're going to play He-Man, you should have to take steroids, don't you think?
Well, look at him. See if you find the picture where he's holding the sword. There's a picture holding his arm holding the sword. It's like,
was it Jeff King?
No.
Who was was it the same guy? Was it the same guy who played Conan?
No, I don't think so. He played He-Man exclusively for years at Universal.
Hold on, guys. What's this picture? This is not the hold on. Let me pull this. There's a picture of a guy who looks really good, but I don't think this is the right one. Is that the right one?
It'd be AI if it's too good.
No. Is that AI? Yeah.
That almost looks like they did some fake ones with Chris Hemsworth who didn't.
That's what I thought was good. Oh, you're right. I thought Hemsworth was supposed to do it originally. No,
but I did have some pictures of Hemsworth done up. But if you find the guy, there's a picture of the sword on his back and in his arm. It looks like, see that picture there, the silhouette of the sword.
The silhouette, with the sword down.
I'm like,
no, the next one over.
Oh.
Yeah, He-Man, look at him.
That one.
No, that's the card. That one from the rear, that first one was the guy who's playing him. That was his silhouette. Looks like a swimmer.
I'm surprised they don't have a woman as He-Man now. And you know.
Did you see the cheerleaders in the NFL? The dude cheerleaders. No, I don't mean dude cheerleaders who throw the girl up in the air and catch them.
These are doing the girl.
Dude acting like a girl cheerleader.
Do they have pom-poms?
I think it's the Minnesota. It's the Vikings.
Yes.
And one other team has got him now.
I'll tell you. Remember Mike Liberatore?
Yeah. The male ones are pretty athletic. The ones who catch the girls in front.
But Mike Liberatore was a great bodybuilder. He was a cheerleader in college, and he got more ass than anyone I know.
Yeah, but this is not them. This is a dude acting like a girl cheerleader, not the cheerleader dude who throws the girl up in the air.
But in all fairness, John, these two are still getting plenty of ass.
Does he have nice legs, at least?
You're right.
Yeah, I think Helmsworth should play. I'm surprised that Helmsworth didn't play.
Lee, they did it at Hooters too. They had Hooters girls, dudes playing Hooters girls.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of this is just shock value, don't you think? At this point,
it's because nobody has any real problems. That's the problem. Life is too easy.
You just nailed it, dude. They need some real problems,
right? Life is too easy, so you got to manufacture, turmoil because if not, your life's going to be boring because you got nothing going.
Or if you're bored, you just put your hair blue, put a couple of nose rings in, and just scream at the camera.
There you go.
Well, not only did Hayley McNeff die, Craig Licker died.
That was another surprise. Wow.
I was very close to Craig at one point. I coached him. We used to hang out. We would. I heard that recently. I hadn't heard from him, and I know he was working for Species Nutrition about 10 years ago, doing some sales for us. And then he disappeared, and I heard he had another guy with kidney problems. He needed a kidney transplant, Dave, and he was, I guess, had lost a lot of weight because of that, and he was embarrassed, and he didn't want to talk to his old friends because he didn't. But Craig was a neurotic. He probably thought people were going to not take him seriously because he wasn't big anymore or something like that.
I went through that. Yep.
He had a heart attack and died at the car dealership he was working at.
Oh man,
that's the cause of death. Yeah, I heard that. I just got the information from his friends.
It wasn't even the kidneys. It wasn't even the kidneys.
No, it wasn't the kidneys. And what the funny thing was? He probably could have gotten, if he would have gone for a cardiac CT scan, he probably would have known that he had a blood. He probably could have gotten a stent, and he probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, Dave. When this first happened to me, I went down to 197 pounds.
Oh, you did?
I did, and I was so depressed. It's weird. I had no idea how much of my identity was tied up in being big.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. But I had you on a TV. When I had you on the TV show recently, when we were doing all those crazy shows a few years ago, you told me. I said, Dave, you got to downsize a little bit. You're like, I can't. I have a psychological problem.
I said that.
You did. And I knew you were in trouble when you told me that. I said, I hope there's nothing bad happens to this guy, because
it's like everything in the world is different when you're small versus big. The way people treat you, the respect you get, the doors that open for you, the things that are done for you, the exceptions that are made for you, all kinds of shit. It's amazing. You walk into a room and command respect. You know this, Dave.
Yeah.
You know it better than anybody. And then when it's gone, you just you fit in now. You're just one of the masses. Oh, fuck that. So I'm back up to 235.
If you want people, Dave, if you want people to look, just get a face tattoo when you walk in a room.
There you go.
The face tattoo.
I
just pretend it's my body still, but it's the tattoo on my face.
I took my kids to Great Wolf Lodge. I don't know if you've ever gone there. It's like an indoor water park. And this guy comes up to my son and I, and he's like, "Holy mackerel, Dave Palumbo." And he says to my son, he goes, "Do you know that your father is a legend?"
Oh.
And my son's like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "My mother's a bigger legend, though." That's what my son says to him. He didn't say that. I thought he'd be all proud of me.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Little boys love their mother, right?
Yeah, they do.
Dave's like, well, you're not coming in next visiting time. You can stay with your mother.
Yeah. You would have thought I paid the guy to come up to him and say that, but it was completely unsolicited. So
that's great.
My point is, Dave, people know who you are, and you're always going to get respect. You don't have to be.
I know that on some level. I do. I know that on some level. But there's another level that's stronger than that. And it's like the people who don't know me need to see.
But you know what, Dave? You have so much to contribute to this world. And you know what? You're funny. You have great insights. You love to point out all the terrible things that go on in the world and make humor of it.
Don't forget my penis.
You've already accomplished everything you needed to do in bodybuilding. Now you should be.
I know that.
Be the legend now. Like this guy said, be the legend and just help the next generation. Stop with the freaking being 280 pounds. You don't have to be 280 pounds.
You know what else gets a lot of attention is being shredded and old.
Yes.
That gets a lot of attention. Dave knows.
Yeah, but the problem with that is when your clothes are on, you just look really, really old.
I tell you what, wherever I go, if I'm wearing a t-shirt or a pair of shorts, the conversation invariably boils down to being in shape. What do you do to do this? What do you do to do that? How can I lose the fat here? Invariably, no matter where I am, no matter what group of people I'm with, it's always that topic of conversation.
You see what I mean, then? Exactly what I'm talking about.
I hate to admit it, but you know what, Dave? I'm at the point now in my life where people say, "How old are you?" And I say, "I'm 57." They're like, "You look incredible." I would never guess you're that old. And you know what? We're at that point in our life where we have to. That's got to be the compliments that we.
I wig people out all the time. They go, "Dude, you're in shape. How old are you?" I go, 64. They go, "No fucking way!" Like that.
If you didn't have that beard, you'd look 20 years younger too, John.
That's why I wear it. Otherwise, the disparity is too great.
I'm not sure if I get the looks because of how I look for my age still, or I get the looks because they're still surprised I'm here.
You're a legend. Lee, you're a true legend. I'm a fake legend. You're a true legend.
I get the. I said I saw I was at the gym months ago, and they had an old training video of me on those young kids there who I didn't think would even know me, and I was doing the leg press. I only had like 7 plates aside, and the video was me leg pressing the thing loaded up to the max. They come over, hey Lee, look up there, you're on there. I went, oh. Then I went, oh. I'm like, how's it pressing? I'm 22 years old, leg pressing all that weight. Now I'm doing this. They're like, yeah, this is good. Then I look up and I'm like, oh, there's Eddie Giuliani. There's my friend there. I said, this is great. Look at all the weight I'm using. And my 4 mates there, they're all dead. I'm really fucking motivated. Thanks,
They're all dead. All the people
thanks for putting this video on.
Yeah, right. That makes you feel good.
Yeah, I'm like,
someone posted when Lou Ferrigno made his comeback, and I was talking about it last week on Heavy Muscle Radio, and someone actually posted up the video. Hold on, I want to pull it up. I love this. I love when Lou. I was such a Lou Ferrigno fan growing up. When Lou made that comeback, I was like it was amazing.
John, you would have been around Golds and that and World when he made that comeback and how big he was.
I was helping him.
Yeah, he was massive, wasn't he, when he came?
Yep. 318. He walked on stage at 318 pounds.
Wow.
I felt so sorry though when Robbie turned up. It was almost like Joe was like, I put this contest on for you, Lou, and Robbie turned up.
Well, I was D'Amelia. Had to go climb a fucking mountain in Switzerland to go find him. He drugged him, put him in a bag, drove him down the mountain, and made him compete against Louis.
Lou wouldn't have won that show.
Look at that twisting bicep.
He had soggy glutes.
He was
40, what, 42, 43 years old?
Yeah, he was 42.
Yeah. 42 back then is like 52 60. Now. Yeah. No one competed at 40 years old back then. People thought that was crazy that he was
even striated glutes. Imagine if he looked like that when he was competing against Arnold.
I know.
But I told you I was with Samir when he made that comeback. Was it in? Where was it? Was it Chicago? Where was it when they had it? I know it wasn't in LA. But I was sitting with Thing and I felt so bad because Louis was doing his routine, of course. I think I told you the story, when the crowd quietens down and you go like that. The crowd had gone quiet. Louis goes like that and someone yells out, what are you doing that for? You're fucking deaf anyway.
Oh my God. No, oh my God. Oh my God.
Even Samir's like, oh.
Wow.
John,
he was one of the only open bodybuilders that actually did classic poses.
Yeah.
Because
he was still hitting the poses from back in the day. Yeah.
He was. He was still. But he kind of represented that transition point where guys stopped doing the classic poses.
Right. At that point, you're right. No one was doing classic poses.
Right.
People don't realize too. Louis was an expert lip reader, so if you talk shit about him, he could still see what you're saying.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Do you think if Louis went into the 75 Olympia looking exactly like that, how do you think the results would have turned out?
He would have clobbered everybody. Unless
he would have beat Arnold.
Absolutely.
You think they would have let him?
Absolutely. Looking like that with the striated glutes and
the back
that looked like that.
Come on. I didn't see striated glutes on him. They looked soggy to me.
Put the picture back.
No, Louis should have went into the
where he has
Louis should have went into the 1980 Mr. Olympia should have went in looking like that.
Oh God! Oh, that would have been a joke.
You could when he turns around and hits his back shot, you see striations in his glute.
I didn't mind that documentary. That documentary, what was it? Standing Tall. They did that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Look how separated his chest is. And you got to remember, he's massive. That's a 308+ pound guy right there.
He was probably 260 or in pumping iron. So he's like 40 pounds bigger here.
Yeah, look at that.
He would have dwarfed Arnold here.
Dwarfed him. Completely dwarfed him.
Remember, I was at the cover of Flex magazine when he's like chest, and that was like before he was so full when he did that photo shoot.
Here you see. But that they have a great picture on the wall, or they used to at least, of Dennis Golds with Lou from that comeback.
Yep.
And it was
that was a Chris Lund photo, I think.
Yeah,
amazing.
Here, you'll see his glutes.
I was just watching Lou. I was watching a thing on YouTube. It was like old 70s and 80s TV shows. It had the $6 Million Man, had like Lou Ferrigno on there.
There it is. They're striated.
Right there. Striated glutes.
Oh, they could have been a little sharper. I think the year after that they were better, right?
Yes. The next year he came back better.
Interesting.
I I want to just say I got to give a big shout out to Nick Walker.
He's looking that latest picture. He looks good, doesn't he? The latest picture.
I was just going to say I'm going to pull that up, but he gave me a super unsolicited Fiberlize plug that I was shocked at how everyone was saying. So I want to just.
I started taking. It's been very helpful, actually. Every night before bed, I'll take the Fiberlize by Species.
That's good. That's good stuff,
dude. I've never taken a fiber. Not that I ever had like trouble like pooping, but sometimes I would always feel like there's just something a little rumbling in there, So I'm like, what? I'm out a little fiber. I'm like, fuck it, And dude, I've done it for the past 3 nights. I take a nice solid one every morning. I'm like, I'm about to be snatched in 8 weeks, brother. Fuck me, dude. This is awesome.
Are you gonna keep that? So would that be something that you would keep like up to the night before show?
Fucking right, dude. Wake up, take a nice poo-poo. God, yes, sir. I'm not removing that. I know actually a lot of people that use that product, and they'll be like, I don't know what it is, but this one works wonders. I've used so many fiber, and they're like, they all suck, but this one, fantastic.
Wow.
I think there's some ingredient in it because I've compared it with other fiber supplements. There was one ingredient specifically. I don't remember what it is, but I think it's that paired with everything. It's a good fiber stuff to use.
Yeah, I woke up. I didn't feel like I had to poop, but I just sat down and it was. I'm like, nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome.
That's good.
So
healthy digestion.
Yeah, I need that.
Well, that's when you know you got a good product.
No one ever talks about the fact that you hardly need toilet paper afterwards.
Well, I think that's what he meant. He said he didn't think he had to go, but it just slides out.
You know what happens is you get. I call him the 19 wiper. No matter how many times you wipe, it just doesn't go away. But
I like
Fiberlize. It's like it's gone. It's like it's amazing. It's toilet paper bill is cut into thirds.
That's when you know you got a good product when these people aren't sponsored by you, and pretty much everyone that's used it has never. Yeah. I've never heard anyone say a bad word about it. So.
Nothing, never, ever.
That's awesome.
Nick is like the modern day Lee Priest. Like he doesn't care. Like if he likes something, he's going to say it. He's not worried about sponsors getting upset. He's like, you know what? I use this product and I love it. And
let's go back to the picture he posted online because that's the controversy for.
Yeah, well, that's not controversy. He looks great in that.
Well,
why is it a controversy?
Because these,
John thinks like he's not going to look like that on stage.
They do this all the time. All these guys
don't know how
they
he possibly can. John, I agree. He looks so superhuman, so ridiculous. How's he going to carry that onto the stage?
Then what happens is they all do this, bro. They all do this. They post these pictures 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks out. They look insane. Even not in the kitchen under the skylight, even in the closet. Insane. Yeah. Then the show rolls around and you're going like,
you can't match that.
Where's the guy on Instagram? Where'd that guy go?
Not to mention the fact that those pictures are taken in certain lighting at a certain time. After
that's from Fiberlize, guys. His stomach. He's going to be vacuuming on stage because of Fiberlize.
I hope so.
I told him that.
I just hope.
I know who was the king of that was remember seeing the pre-pictures of Dennis James before a contest? You'd be like, oh my god, the guy's going to win this show.
King Kamali would do that all the time too.
No doubt about that.
King Kamali had those epic kitchen skylight photos that he would do. He looked like a monster, like a fucking monster. And then the show comes and like, where's
John? Nick Walker always. I think he looks better than when he does in the pictures when I see him on stage. Remember when he dropped out of the Olympia last year, we were seeing nothing from him, and the stuff we were seeing. He didn't look good at all. He looked small. He's a different. I'm telling you, whatever he went back to doing, I think he went back to training hardcore again.
No doubt about it.
If he comes in like this, he's going to be very dangerous on that stage.
He will be. But you created the conundrum. If if he shows up like that.
I think
And
he will.
all
He's
of
got
these
8 weeks,
guys-
John. Come on.
Look,
These
These guys all do the same thing. They all do it. They post these amazing shots, and then 2 weeks. My position is it's the fucking diuretics because they all take them whether
I
they need
agree.
it or
They
not.
never look like that. They never look like that.
Never, ever. They look
just
like
don't.
and when the show rolls around, they're soft, deflated, puffy, smooth. They're not the same.
That's
if he
why
could
I
show
never
up looking
worried.
like that picture right there, he wouldn't even have to go to prejudging. He'd just stop by at night and pick up his trophy. But
That's why I
was
never worried about seeing pictures online of my competition before a show. I never gave a shit.
Yeah. I was in
That was
Sydney a
amazing.
week ago. I walked
matter.
out of the bathroom in the hotel room. There's one of those lights in front of that big mirror. If I had sent you a picture, Dave, you swear I could have placed top 3 in the 212. That's one of those magic lights. But when I got home and looked in the mirror at home, I'm like, oh, you bag of shit. You bag of shit.
Oh, Lee.
I was all set to make a comeback in the hotel room. I'm like, wow, fuck, I still got it. Got home. Oh, you piece of shit. You lost it.
all right,
What's
what's the hair dryer trick?
Dave? I forgot.
What's that?
What's the hair dryer trick?
The hair dryer trick is backstage. Instead of pumping up, or in addition to pumping up, you just run the hair dryer on the hottest setting up and down your body.
Oh, to make the veins
And,
come out.
I've done that to pump up many times when everyone's doing their push-ups and their
Yeah.
and I'm just going.
Well, I remember contest time. Remember when you're in contest shape and you're really lean, you get off a tanning bed, how great you
Dude.
look.
Oh my God.
The
Yeah,
road
the
map.
best.
Yeah, that's all it takes is a little heat.
Or even
It's a little
after,
heat.
if you just had a good one with the missus and you get off, she's like Cuddles, like, fuck, I got to go look in the mirror.
I got to hit a few poses. Yeah, exactly.
Best pump ever is post-sex pump. Best
You gotta have
pump.
the your room mirrored. I had a mirror big in my old house. I had a big mirrored wall.
In the place I rented from, you had that nice.
That's right. That's right.
bedroom mirror.
That was my
Who'd
original.
you never think?
I used to love
Sometimes?
that mirror.
Maybe if I could get the missus backstage in a private room and give her a quick one before I go out, I'll be ready.
If you're a pro bodybuilder, if you're a bodybuilder who competes, I'm telling you, the best thing you can do, and if you have your own house, go to a mirror place and have a guy come and one whole wall of your house, it could be a bedroom, it could be a living, mirror the whole wall.
That's
It's
my
the
living room.
greatest posing. It's so easy to pose when you have a mirrored wall like that.
And do it
my
under the
living room.
shittiest light you have. The
That's
worst
right.
lighting. The
You're
worst. Right.
Just avoid that room in the off season, though.
No, because
Yeah,
if you look good in that room, then you're gonna look good anywhere, right?
That's right. That's right. No, as a bodybuilder, I think it makes it a lot easier to do posing. I used to bring people up my house, and I had the living room wall was all mirrored too, and we would just hit shots right in the living room. There,
That's such an Italian thing, Dave.
It is an Italian thing. Yeah,
You have plastic on your
concrete.
sofa too.
Right.
No, but I'm thinking about putting it on there. Yeah.
Did you have the concrete front lawn with the water fountain and the statues?
Water fountain.
Yeah. I'm thinking about actually putting plastic on all my couches in my house.
Bocce ball court in the backyard.
Tomato plants growing in between the
Tomato
flowers.
plants.
I
Yell
can't.
at the
In Florida,
the kids
every
that
time I
walk on
plant
the lawn.
tomato plants, they get
My
like,
father, he had a piece of dirt like this outside the window. He's growing a tomato and a basil.
I got a fig tree, John, that actually produced some figs I was eating today. That's pretty Italian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every Italian neighbor in New York, you in Queens, you're walking through Flushing when I was a kid, and you get these chain link fence, 3 foot high chain link fence barrier, fence around the house. And you got, flowers growing, and in between the flowers, you got a tomato plant, a basil, some heads of garlic, growing right in the garden along with the flowers.
Cucumbers too.
Yeah.
We had a guy like that lived in our street when I was younger, old Italian guy and his wife. And he would do the vegetables in the back, but out the front was like a nursery, like all flowers and this and that. But his front lawn out the front, I mean, the edging, it looked like a bowling green. It was that perfect. And if you walked on it and he was there, he would yell at you, don't walk on the lawn. And that. So at night time, we'd get our BMX spikes, go across it and hit our brakes on his front lawn and dig it up. Next day, he's like, who did this? We're like, oh, we don't know. That's just terrible, isn't it?
We had a neighbor that had sod. Sod in the 1970s was like, you had to be like a multi-millionaire to have that. Like, and we were not allowed to walk on his lawn, because it was sod. Can't go on that lawn.
But this guy would go out there, he'd have like this little cushion, and no joke, after he'd done his lawn, the edging, he would sit there with scissors, just cutting stuff, picking out the little
scissors.
like for hours.
Italian.
He'd sit there. I'm like crazy.
Wow.
That's an Italian thing to take scissors and trim your lawn.
Or tweezers to pluck the little.
Like you're a hair cutter. You give me a haircut.
Maybe I'd have like this little kneeling stool and a cushion and just be sitting there with scissors and picking shit out. I'm like, wow.
I finally got grapes. I have grapes now. I grow grapes. I'm
Oh,
really
wow.
Italian. Yeah, I actually have grapevines that are actually. It took 5 years for these things to start producing grapes.
Yeah,
but
it takes forever.
they're actually producing grapes now.
Red
That's
ones
cool.
or white ones?
Red ones. Yeah, they're
They're
delicious.
great.
He couldn't produce white ones because it's a racist.
It's a racist.
Yeah.
White
I wanted to be
it
politically
would be-
correct.
it would be white supremacy if he made white
Yeah.
wine.
You took my joke.
Sorry.
I said white grape supremacy.
Yeah, I got to
actually,
contact Greg
speaking
and get some. Greg has all the statues of every Italian statue ever made. I got to buy a few from him.
Yeah, he's got him out on the
Speaking
lawn.
White supremacy,
One
I heard on the
statue.
today was is it the 80th or something when the Ku Klux Klan was formed and had a big march of so many people in America somewhere? The 80th anniversary today, I think.
Oh, it is. I didn't. How would
Yeah,
you know that?
Of course, Lee would know. The fucking racist would.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how do you even know that?
Because Lee gets the notification in his
newsletter. He gets the
email. He's a
newsletter.
member.
I just had checked in to see if I was Green Dragon this month. Missed out again.
Keep
I don't wanna be
trying.
green.
Maybe you'll do
If I'm
better
Green
next
Dragon,
time.
I got to wear the green suit, and if I mix that with the whites, the colors just run. I don't.
That is very fun. Well, it's.
I'm actually having fun right now watching all the people go apeshit over the police in DC, and that's always entertaining.
It's always funny. So it's always funny to watch people complain about somebody trying to stop crime.
I know.
Yeah. I hate to bring up politics, but I want to just get your opinion. What do you very briefly? We'll end the show. What do you think is going? What do you think is going to happen with the whole Putin Trump summit they had in Alaska? You think anything will come of that?
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think?
Yeah, the next move now is Zelensky and Putin
Yeah.
sitting down in a room with Trump, and Trump's just going to sit there and make sure they don't kill each other, and they're going to hammer out a deal.
Did you see that when the flyover they had with the airplanes?
That was so cool. That was so cool.
If Trump pulls this off and they end this war, he's going to be he'll get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Hillary Clinton said she herself would nominate him for the Nobel. Peace
Yeah, but
Prize.
she said it. She said it like sarcastically, as though
No,
she knew
she
there was
said
no
she
chance
said it
that
because she wants a pardon.
happened.
Well,
that
she's saying that while she's still fanning the flames to keep it going. Keep it going.
I think that she thinks that there's no chance of that happening. That's why she said it. It would be like when hell freezes over, he'll get a Nobel Peace Prize.
There's a devil wearing a parka.
There you go. Well, Dave, once again, if anyone can help Dave out there, Dave is looking for a kidney, and you're one of my favorite guys.
Can't find
in
a damn
sport.
kidney.
Get him a kidney. Whoever, we don't want your kidneys. No good, Lee. Anyone
John,
have good
John,
kidneys?
hey,
Anybody else?
John,
Anybody else? I
John
appreciate
lived in
that, Dave.
Mexico.
Is
I
there
really do.
anyone out there with a good kidney that they can give this
Hey.
guy?
Just one. That's
John,
all
you
you need
lived
is
in-
one.
John lived in Mexico. You must have some contacts down there for body
Oh,
parts.
yeah.
Organ?
The problem is they're all kidneys.
Oh no, we
Yeah, you
don't
got
want
it.
that.
That's all
no
right.
good. That doesn't work. That
No,
doesn't work.
I think someone in our industry will come forward, and we'll because you don't have to be a match for that person, because if a person
Not at
donates
all.
a kidney
Yeah,
to
exactly.
someone else, then someone else's relative can donate.
It's
The thing
happened
is that
before
such
in
a-
our industry. Who was it? Not John Scuderi, that other dude. We used to hang out with us, got a kidney.
Mike Palazzo got a kidney twice.
No.
Twice.
Twice. He had two kidneys.
What happened to the first one?
Greg's
The
always
first one,
getting,
he was no good. They don't last forever. They're 15,
Hey,
20
Greg's
years.
always-
Jesus Christ.
Greg's always getting shit removed. Ask Greg for one. He's always getting stuff
That's true.
removed.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah, Greg.
And Mr. G too. He's always getting pieces taken
Oh
out.
my God.
Hey, tell Mr. G if he gives you a kidney, you'll give him a couple of teeth. It's a fair trade.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could trade that if
A
yeah.
couple
I think
kidney,
that's-
a couple teeth for a kidney.
Equitable deal.
You know what the funny thing is? George would probably do it too if he was a man.
He would.
He would.
He would absolutely do it. Yeah.
Yep.
So, well,
George is the type of guy who probably wouldn't think twice. Okay.
yeah, he'd be like, "Let's do it right now."
Yep.
I'll have my brother come in and do it.
And he'd be fighting MMA after that.
Right.
Dave Pulcinella would all of a sudden say, "I don't know why I want to fight MMA already." All of a sudden,
No.
Out there on the board, I'm surfing, Dave. I got one kidney. Praise be to Jesus. Everyone, get out there and reach your
But the thing
dreams.
is, if Georgie gives Dave a kidney, then Dave has to move in with George, and George has to like maintain his life so
That's
that
right,
the kidney
for the rest of
doesn't
his
get
life.
wasted.
Oh, that has to happen?
Yes. You're going to have to go surfing. You're going to have to train MMA. You're going to have to give speeches about how everybody should love each other and
I'll stay kidney.
Dave will help him draw on the boxes.
learn your manners.
Oh my God!
Don Long actually competed. Remember with
This
when
I
he was
heard.
on
I
dialysis?
heard that he
So
could-
did Flex
yeah.
Wheeler. Flex
Yeah.
Wheeler
No.
did too.
No, but Flex
Yeah.
had the kidney at that point. When Don competed, he didn't have
Yeah.
kidneys.
Oh, he
Remember?
was on
Yeah.
dialysis.
He was doing
still?
nightly dialysis. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So maybe you
Yeah.
should compete one more time, Dave, before you get the kidney transplant.
Over 60 kidney list division.
No, seriously, you should compete for one more time because you can do whatever you want to your body because you're not going to. Your kidneys are already shot.
Oh my
And
God.
Dave can chronicle. Mike can chronicle it. The raising the bar
There
5.
you go.
Can-
That'll work.
Can you get a woman's kidney and say you're transitioning?
That's, yeah.
I think that'll be the last thing I ever do if I did that, Dave.
Is that a transplant or a transition?
Yeah. There you go.
It's a combination.
No pun intended.
Something with strands in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Prefix
actually.
strands.
Yeah, I actually had a really good time tonight. I was pleasantly surprised that not only Dave was able to join us, but Lee, and we got to get Lee. I wanted to start a new TV show. I'm trying to wait till I was trying to wait till after the Olympia to do it. But yeah, Lee, I miss you. I really do. I hope.
I like telling people you hate me, so don't ruin it, will you?
Yeah, people are always like, yeah, what happened? What happened between you guys?
They still say that about me not being
Life-
here anymore.
Life happened.
Yeah.
That's what
They
happened.
just want dirt. That's
Going
all.
through a divorce. I said that's what does
Yeah,
happen. What do you want me to tell you?
I like the comments. See, Dave doesn't like Lee. He doesn't have him on the show. Lee thinks the show about him. Blah 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 blah.
And then Lee's on the show.
We have to create conflict. If there's not enough conflict on our show, then people don't want to watch it anymore. So we have to make people think we don't like each other. So that we.
Right.
I told him I'm not going on Dave's show because he's Jewish and I support Palestine. That's why.
Because you're voting. You're going to move to
I'll
New
just
York
make
and
up
vote
some
for
bullshit.
Mondani.
I'll make up something. I got to go now to the Palestinian children and take some more photos.
Start singing from the river to the sea.
Hey, I put up a couple of posts just the other day to fuck with people. Oh my God, the amount of hate things I got. Yeah, we hope you fucking die. How can you support Australia? But I said, I'm not even supporting that. I just put up shared a post. Fuck you, death to your family. I said, for people that are religious, you're very angry and violent. I'm
They
like,
aren't
Very angry.
You seem to. Lee incites a lot of aggression from people. I've noticed. Yeah.
I'm like, I see how these wars start. If you're just general people and you want to kill everyone, I can see why your leaders are the same. It's like when Derek beat Hardy and all the bodybuilding fans were wishing death on Derek and Flex Lewis and their families.
Death,
I'm like,
I know. That's
It's
crazy.
just
You know what it is? I
Calm
still only
down,
believe.
people.
I believe it's like 10 people. I think there's 10 deranged people that put all the negative comments on every video related to bodybuilding.
Same 10 people.
It's the same 10 people.
but I love it. What gets me is though, because they'll come on mine, they'll be like, fuck you, death to you, this and that. They go on for all. Like, I love trolls if I go back and forth, but it's the same thing. I love blocking them because when I come on to watch your show, I read the comments. Lee, block me. He can't take it. He's a pussy.
It's always because you can't take it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's always because you ran away. Yeah.
F that midget with a tattoo on his face. He never won the Olympia.
These are the same guys that would be, if they met you in an airport, would be like asking for your autograph, and taking pictures
Abso-fucking-lutely.
with you.
Well, how many times have we said it? All the times we get, I'm going to kill you, beat you up. I said, I'm a hitman's wet dream. If I'm doing a seminar, I'm at the Olympia, it says what booth I'm at. It says the time I'm going to be there.
Right
if you want to get me, I'm not hard to find.
Those are the guys that want to hang out with you afterward and
Right.
go out to eat
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
We
So,
can tie our
It's
dicks
all
to a
bullshit.
clock.
yeah.
It's all a bunch
That's-
of shit they would never say to your face. That's all.
No.
They would
Right.
never.
It's entertaining, but I always love it when they come on your show and go, he blocked me.
Yeah, he blocked me. They always say that.
And I'm like, you follow me when they get mad at my post. Why would you post this? I'm like, it's my page. I said, you follow
all.
me. I don't follow you. If you don't want to see it, don't follow me.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're trying.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
Angus,
well-
I got to make dog food.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna let these guys go. Dave's got to go hook up to dialysis. Lee's got to go.
I got to do my PT. I got to
He's
hook
got
up
to
to my
go.
machine.
Lee's got to go and live in the back to his dumpster house to live in, and
I do.
and all's good in the world. I want to send prayers out to Hayley McNeff's family and Craig Licker's family, of course. And Dave, thanks for coming on the show. Lee, thanks
Dave,
for
good
joining us
seeing
as
you,
well.
man.
And
Good seeing you
John,
guys
thank you for
again.
co-hosting with me as a good little. It feels like a class reunion we're at here.
I know.
I'm going to go do a post now. Just because I'm on Dave's show doesn't mean we're friends, okay?
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Make sure you make that message very clear.
Do that.
All right, guys. As we say every week here at Heavy Muscle Radio,
The truth.
The truth hurts.
see you next week.